Welcome in to the Crypto Bunker podcast. Today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the Polkadot price. Ooh, I know it hurts. Let's just be honest about it. It's never easy when we get dumps like this, but we did tell you, or I did tell you the other day that, obviously we have the potential for either an upside move or a downside move. We were right in the middle. And honestly, they gave a lot of time to get out. I mean, I probably drew this line even a little bit too low. So we were testing up against this for a long time, for 2 days almost even. Bam, 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 bam. Couldn't break it, couldn't break it. Couldn't close a candle above that. And another thing, we were holding this 3,500 level, 35, sorry, this level, 35.5. Yeah, we were closing many candles basically, um, above that region right there. Um, and then this, we kept fighting it off, we kept fighting it off, and finally, bam, we get the candle. Um, it's never easy to see this. I mean, it really looks bad. I mean, if we're just going to be honest about it. But we talked about, this is the measured move down. And a lot of people have been saying it, but yeah, 25, 24,000, somewhere in that range. Um, I think looking for it to support, to test, um, the 30, I want to say maybe 32,000. I want to say is this support here? Yeah, it's somewhere in the 33,000, 32,000 range. We obviously have the low support. Then we have this little support here at 27,000 from back here. We have a lot of support at 24, and then we have a shit ton of support at about 20,000. So that's what we're looking at. If we want to say like we're still in a bull market at this point, I mean, I think it's probably denial, but we can still say, if we go to 20K or something like that, and then we just quickly bounce back up somehow, like we that's what we would need. If not, we're pretty screwed. But it's not a bad thing. So let's talk about the fundamentals. I mean, the fundamentals have never been stronger. Price really doesn't make a difference, if you're looking at it long term. If you're looking at an investment, um, something that you want to hold, you're not just trying to flip it, right? That's a free lunch, and the free lunches don't exist, right? Um, so if we're not looking at a free lunch, we're looking at something that we're going to have to hold on to for a while. We're not going to be able to retire, this year, guys. I'm sorry. We're not going to be able to, um, get a new car and maybe, go to a, crazy island somewhere in the Bahamas. Who knows? Probably not something we're going to be able to do. But if you hold on, I do believe that the macro picture of Bitcoin is something to behold. I mean, just look at this thing. Um, it's a beast. It's going to, be profitable in the future for people that hold on to their investment. And at this point, I did get out of my trades, guys. I'm back to just being a good old hodler, and I'm really glad that I was able to get out. I got out, around here. I was tweeting on, on my Twitter, if we lose, they gave people so much time to get out. I mean, and listen, I'm not talking about long-term hodlers, okay? that's, you shouldn't be worried about this at all. This should be it's a blessing in disguise, um, to be able to just hodl and accumulate lower. I mean, if people don't, understand it yet, that's on them. And, if we just keep accumulating, look at this. I mean, did we catch that support or no? Look at that. We caught that. Look at this. Wait a minute. I don't even think I drew it perfectly. See, I didn't. We may have caught this support perfectly. No, we didn't even make it there. Those are based on the wicks, but if you look at and that was close. So yeah, that's where we caught it. We did catch support 33,550. But it doesn't look good. And I'm not going to be surprised at this point if we go down here. If we do, I'm going to be, trying to buy more. I don't trying to sell everything I have, to buy more. Possibly. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. By the way, none of this is financial advice. This is just us hanging out, checking out the price, keeping our cool though, like keep your cool. Everything's going to be fine. We're early. That's what this is, right? This is a sign that we're early. We're looking at the ETH chart. Uh, you know, Similar thing. ETH was looking a little bit better than Bitcoin, and it still is. It still is. It actually, well, it actually is looking a lot better. Oh wow, this could be interesting. We might have to take a look at the ETH to Bitcoin chart. This measure moves about get down to like 1400 if we break this. Let me see if I can look at that chart, because that would be interesting for sure. Huh. So this is a 4 hourly. Hasn't really done too much. So it's not losing that much ground. It's gaining ground in this leg. Um, this is a pretty key moment. You know, I would not want to be a Bitcoin maxi right now. That's for sure. Um, I would want to be holding at least some Ethereum just in case, because man, um, it's pretty scary out there. I mean, I don't think ETH's going to go below 2000. If you can see, this is our bull market support, pretty much, at least our 2021 support, and we hit it almost perfectly there. So we are looking pretty good in terms of that. If we can hold this like 2000 range to 2100, but I mean, I think lowest that we can go is like this range, 1300. You know, maybe 1200, right? Somewhere in that range. Worst case scenario. I think there's so many catalysts for ETH though, that this year, if we get into a situation where things are bearish and we're in a bear market, we're in a market where people are sort of looking for any excuse to move their stuff around and to sell, this is going to be an issue for Bitcoin. Because what if Bitcoin runs out of catalysts, right? What if Bitcoin runs out of people who are dumping their entire treasury into digital gold? Do people want digital gold, or do they want a tech platform that's going to allow the use of cryptocurrency and the building of cryptocurrency networks within it, guaranteeing the security around that, also with a supply that's going to be burned every single day with the ETH that's being used within these smart contract platforms and within this NFT metaverse. And they have staking ETH. So you're going to be able to earn interest on it. I think the Bitcoin maximalists are in big trouble. I would say my portfolio is Seven is 65% ETH, 35% Bitcoin, not even that much, maybe 30, and then 5% Polkadot. But honestly, guys, I'm tempted. I'm tempted, and I hope that I understand. Like, there's probably some people who are just Bitcoin people, and that's fine. But just realize that if you're in it that deep, where you truly can't see the value of other things, then you really need to kind of question a little bit like where you're getting your information, because at this point it's becoming intentional, because these people know what's going on at this point. We have entire DeFi ecosystems that live on Ethereum. Banks are going to use Ethereum, they're going to use decentralized finance to get better interest rates for their customers. That's what's going to happen of all of this. That's all built on Ethereum. And I just think the ETH flipping at this point is probably inevitable. And I would be really scared, to be honest. And I bet you the Bitcoin people think like if we go into a bear market that ETH's going to die again. And, I just think that it's time to at least maybe open up that conversation of, if we do go to a bear market, what happens when ETH recovers faster than Bitcoin from the first big fall, and then all of a sudden ETH is $200 billion away, right? I mean, right now it's half. And what all of a sudden happens when Bitcoin is 500 billion and ETH is 300 or, 250? I don't know. It just kind of gets inchier. It just gets closer and closer until all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute, what are we doing here? ETH should be worth more. And then it just happens like that. And then that's where it gets really shitty. If we're in a bear market and people start dumping Bitcoin, oh man, that gets really scary. You can see like the volume has always sort of been there on ETH. It's 24-hour volume. It's higher than Bitcoin. I think people are more interested in ETH right now. I mean, you can look at some of these green candles. Bitcoin doesn't have those. No, it's weak. It's weak. ETH has some of these massive green candles that have come in. So tread lightly. I mean, we could go really low. I don't think I'd buy the dip until, yeah, around here. I mean, 32 something. If I was just like trying to get a good buy on like a dollar cost average, I'd probably wait a little bit at this point. But you do you. Everyone's got to do their own thing. We can see Polkadot broke this upward trend here on the 4-hourly. We broke the wedge and we still haven't like retested it. This is it was pretty small wedge here. So, and this kind of created that. We could also look at it as, something like that too. And, we probably broke it. I think this is actually how you would look at it. And, look, we can still rally back up, but if we test this and then we break down, let's see what the dot target is here. Let's see what the dot target is. Could be pretty crazy here. Yeah, $7. I mean, this is where the support comes in. So yeah, $8, something like that. Man, I mean, if we get to $8 dot, I'm telling you, that would be a really good buy. Really good chance to throw some money down on dot there. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. I just wanted to give you guys an update on some prices, some price ranges. Obviously with Bitcoin, I think Bitcoin's the most important coin right now, obviously, for the market, and they're probably the reason that we're dumping is because Bitcoin is so weak. And what we need is a V-shape test break, maybe test this again, maybe bounce around here, and then it is a monumental task at this point, to be honest. And I don't even want to be one of these people who's like sorry, like I'm sorry, it sucks, right? Like this is shitty, but um, it's the reality of the situation that we face, and so we have to sort of just take it in stride and realize that if we do go into some sort of bear market, which to be honest, I think if we go below this level, we're in a bear officially, and people will tell you maybe otherwise. I don't know, but it's going to be a really good time to start accumulating some coins, guys. And um, obviously, it's not as exciting, but I hope that I can continue to provide, the philosophical side, the macro side, the tech side, all these different projects that I'm really going to try to bring to you guys. We're going to talk more about DeFi projects like Aave, Sushi, Maker, Compound, Uniswap, all the big names. We're going to try to bring information about those. We're going to do a video on Brave Browser coming up, which is going to be pretty cool. So you guys should definitely get into that. Learn how to earn money from just clicking a button. It takes 2 seconds. You're going to earn money every time that you use your Brave browser, and you're also going to get more privacy. So, a bunch of things that we're going to be doing, educational wise, philosophical wise, chart wise. We're going to keep you up to date on what's going on. So make sure you subscribe and like the video. That's obviously going to help get it out to as many people as possible. And thanks for chilling in the crypto bunker, and we will see you soon.